Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I'm known as YouTube's fairy godmother of real estate. And today is October the 9th, Monday, October the 9th. And I just wanted to come on quickly and just thank everybody so much. My birthday was October 7th, and then the very next day, October 8th, my mother passed away yesterday. And so between those two things, I think I received over 1,000 texts from beautiful people that watch this YouTube show. Lots of wonderful friends, neighbors, people that are realtors. I wanted to give a shout out to the Celebration Realtor Caravan that's meeting tomorrow. I will not be with you guys tomorrow. I'm going to be spending some time with my dad. It was unexpected that my mom was passing away. But I needed to come back to the house real quick and grab some clothes. And I figured while I'm doing that, I just wanted to go ahead and keep up with the story. One of the things that my mother loved most, as you might have known, my mom was a realtor. She was a broker. And I grew up with a real estate agent. And it was back in the days when women didn't necessarily were realtors then. And so she was such a huge hero to me. And so she loved the fact that YouTube was an opportunity so people could kind of get to know you better. She would watch every week. And so I thought, instead of skipping tonight on information on celebration, which, by the way, she loves the little ditty that Dee Bellavati, my YouTube producer, put together. So in honor of my mom, I think this might be it. Let's see.
Information on celebration.
So that is for mom. And so what we were going to do today, and I want to continue to do it, is talk about the things every Monday night. What we do is we talk about what are those things coming up for the week that's in the town that Disney built, and then also kind of showcase something special. Edward, thank you. Edward, thank you for sending the heart. Love Publix. If you guys haven't had the opportunity, where I live, we are blessed. We have a Publix at the front of Celebration, one at the back of Celebration, and Edward and a whole bunch of wonderful people work there. And so I'm feeling the love. So thank you guys. And speaking of which, so what we wanted to talk about is that Orlando, which it's been a real blessing because I'm originally from Northern Virginia. And so moved down here to work for Disney, Walt Disney World, in the marketing department. And when I did, my husband, Rod, was actually a couple years later, he ended up being convention sales for Walt Disney World. And when he was doing convention sales for that Washington, D.C. market, the American Bankers Association wouldn't bring their conventions to Central Florida because they felt like we didn't have enough good restaurants. Well, let me tell you, and my mother would love for me to share this with you too, that's not the case anymore. Orlando just won the #1 foodie city in the entire country. I know Miami and Tampa they were also in the top 10, but they weren't #1. So we're #1. So when you look at everything from having incredible grocery stores to incredible restaurants, and as we know in Celebration, I know there was an article that was just written today too about the Celebration Town Tavern, how it's their favorite. They will stop whenever they're traveling through Florida to make sure they go to the Town Tavern so they can see Susan Bona's team too. They're talking about personalities and food and everything. It's just, it's wonderful to have great food, but it's another thing when people will remember the people that work at the restaurant. And I always say that it's like our own Cheers. And then, of course, you've got the Downtown Diner with AP and Courtney and the Perez family and Joni and everyone that is there. And it just makes it so much fun. But let's just talk about Celebration, right? So our Celebration Hotel, we've got a new general manager over there. She's improving doing wonderful things with their restaurant. And then we've got avocados. So if you're looking for some really good Mexican food, and then Starbucks in town, a Starbucks across from Celebration. You have got Reggiano's. I was blessed for my birthday. Actually, thank you, Elijah. I think he got me a gift card for Reggiano's that's going to be utilized the moment that I'm able to do that. The Wine Emporium, because one of the criteria for being a foodie city was that you have places that had wines and breweries. And you know what? There's a brewery coming to Celebration as well, a Celebration Brewery. And I'm excited to tell you that they have said that they're going to have a Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo beer. So I can't wait to toast my mom with something fun like that. And then you've got Thai restaurant here. You've got the pizza. You've got a wonderful place we can get sushi. Columbia Restaurant has been on the map forever. The 1905 salad and stuff. But we did a production where we were showing you about the announcement about the #1 foodie. And I don't want to take any more away from that. But before I went too deep into it, I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Pat Elliott wants to say thank you. She's my mom, and she's in heaven watching us over now. Here we go. Orlando has done it again, and I bet you might not be able to guess this one, but stay tuned as we talk about why Orlando is the #1 best food city in the country. Hey everybody, it's Kim Hawk, and I'm here in the Near Disney YouTube studio. And you might be wondering, what do I know about a foodie city? Well, I know a lot. My husband, Rod Hawk, I remember talking to him about when we heard this announcement yesterday that WalletHub had named Orlando the #1 foodie city in the entire country for 2023. How a big difference it's been. When we moved here probably 40 years ago, Rod worked for Walt Disney World. He still does, but at that time he was with the convention group. He would sell to convention sales manager. And he remembers when the American Bankers Association wouldn't bring their convention to Orlando because we didn't have enough good restaurants. Well, fast forward, and today, what are we looking at? We have been so blessed in that we have this Near Disney YouTube channel, and we get to see it firsthand. We concentrate on that 25-mile radius around Cinderella's castle. And let me tell you, when WalletHub was looking at their criteria, they were looking for things. They actually looked in 180 US cities, and they looked at things like high quality restaurants. Well, for those of you who haven't had a chance, check out our videos on the towns that are around Cinderella's castle. And you're going to find there's some incredible restaurants. Everything from, when you look at Disney, they have super high-end restaurants, which are phenomenal. But you can also look at things like a chef's table in Winter Garden. You can look at lots of beautiful places that are up and down Sand Lake, which is in Dr. Phillips. There's over 100 restaurants in that area, you guys. Some of our favorite restaurants that we have visited have been anywhere. Downtown Orlando. Remember, you've got Lake Nona. You have got Celebration, Florida. Talk about fantastic, fun places there as well. So then they talked about specialty food shops. If you go to Winter Garden and you go to where the Crooked Can is, you would even be able to go through all these different booths and be able to buy specialty. They even have a butcher that's in there. And then it talks about density of grocery stores. Well, let's check out our Dr. Phillips video, because I even make the comment about, I feel like if you throw a stone at any corner in Dr. Phillips, Florida, you're going to find a cool grocery store. They've got everything from Whole Foods to Trader Joe's to just Publix, it seems like, at every corner, and just a big variety that's available to you for your grocery stores. Restaurant diversity. Hey, if you're in downtown Orlando and you're off of Colonial and you get to see some incredible Thai restaurants, we have some amazing Indian food. I just went to a place called Punjab that was off of 192, not far from Celebration. That kitchen had extraordinary Indian food. And then, of course, remember, when you go to Epcot Center in Central Florida and you've got World Showcase, think of all the different restaurants that are available to you there as well. You know, you've got France, you've got Canada, you have got Morocco. So yes, we would have a lot of options. Their craft breweries and wineries. Come on now, we have got that one that everybody knows about in Winter Garden. But when you start looking at Claremont and you start looking at some of these other breweries that are available, even I'm seeing some that are over in that Horizon West area. They're popping up everywhere. Now, they said something about number of ice cream shops, frozen yogurt shops. Kilwin's is a very loved ice cream parlor. That's even in Celebration as well. We always see a line of people trying to get in and out of that area. Coffee and tea shops per capita. Well, we got it here in Central Florida. I can tell you, you know, I know Starbucks was always so popular for so long, and we have plenty of those, and I love those. Actually, we have one in Celebration, another one right across from Celebration. But we also have these really cool kind of niche, kind of fun, other type of coffee shops that are up and coming. My daughter, Ashley Elizabeth, she'll always want to try those out. So everything from Foxtail to multiple names of other coffee shops. You're going to find a lot of those in the Lake Nona area as well. You know, if you think about Windermere, and they have a cute little downtown, they have a wine shop called Tim's Market. And I recall when I was in charge of marketing at Church Street Station that there was a wine, Tim's Wine in downtown Orlando. It's still there. But it's so spectacular to be able to walk in and find all kinds of varieties of different wines. And of course, for those of you that watch our show, Cinderella on our team, her husband, Ashley is a wine expert, and they created rosé that has the Celebration label on it. And so we have a Wine Down Wednesday show where my Realtor Dream Team, they'll talk about cool things that are happening in Central Florida. It's our market update. So I can see why Orlando, once again, is number one. And I also would like our YouTube producer, Dee, to feel at liberty now to maybe piece in a couple of components of different areas that we've done some video on so you can hear. Maybe you want to hear a little bit about Rocco's Tacos. That's in Dr. Phillips.
Rocco's Tacos, which is one of my mom's favorite places. You know, I went to school in South Florida and Palm Beach area, and we had a Rocco's Tacos down there. And I always said that was how I got her down to come see me at schools, to go to Rocco's Tacos. And now there's one right here on Restaurant Row. So we love Restaurant Row. There's so many options and great places to go. And
yes, absolutely. And baby, I really did come down there to see you, but it was nice that Rocco's Tacos was down there. It's alive here. It's amazing. This restaurant's got a lot of energy and it's fun. We're going to show you how they make guacamole tableside, and it's spectacular. Love Rocco's Tacos.
If anybody's around Celebration, Florida, you'll probably see me at Reggiano's at the Italian restaurant or the Downtown Diner. Love that place. And the Town Tavern, that's like our Cheers. They have the most incredible chowder and they have just a wonderful ambiance and atmosphere there. So hope to see you around town. There's a wine emporium there as well. Now that I think about it, they've got everything covered. Columbia, like they said, Orlando area is the #1 foodie city in the entire country, and I absolutely agree. So if there's any questions as we are exiting out of this video, give us a call. 1-800-KIM-HAWK. We would love to help you with any of your real estate needs, and you will find that I have a great team that you're going to be able to meet as well. Please subscribe and like to the Near Disney YouTube channel, and we hope to keep bringing you great content. Congratulations, Orlando. Congratulations to all my food and beverage friends that are out there. I'm thinking about Stefan at Disney. So many of you, I know how hard you work, and for you to finally be recognized as a wonderful, the #1 place for foodie lovers, Orlando, Florida. Thanks so much.
Make sure that you subscribe and like so that we can continue to give you up-to-date information on all things that are going around the 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle, because this is truly a magical place to live.
We really are in a blessed area that we get to live. Thank you, Dee. I see your note. Thank you, Cheryl. I see a heart from you too. That means a lot to me. I'm getting a lot of text right now on my phone as well. So thank you guys so much. Um, this beautiful weather, my mother would love this weather. And so I'm saying she actually brought it to us yesterday. And but I know another thing that she would love, which is coming up in our town, dueling pianos. When I was younger, I used to be in a rock band. I'm in a contemporary Christian band now at Illuminate Church. But when I was younger, I used to be in a rock band, and I was just old enough to drive. Actually, I think I started when I was a 1 week before I got my driver's license. And I remember my mom actually had to drive me to my first gig. And so to know that there's a dueling pianos event in our town tomorrow, October 10th, from 6 to 9 p.m., I would encourage you to go. They in saying that maybe if you can bring some lawn chairs with you, and you are encouraged, if you want, you can bring a picnic basket down there. And the event goes from 6 to 9 p.m. And for those of you that aren't aware of where that location is, Lakeside Park, think Columbia Restaurant, think Cata Corner, where that park is. There's a beautiful grassy knoll that has the park, the lake right behind it, and it's really spectacular. And I think with this weather, it's going to be amazing. As a matter of fact, funny stories. When I was in a rock band, like I said, a long time ago, I remember my mom had insisted. She got there late and she brought my grandmother, God bless her. And the last song that the band had to play on the set list before we closed up was a song that couldn't change because, obviously we rehearsed. And I remember my mom coming up to the stage saying, "You've got to dedicate a song to your grandmother. You've got to dedicate." And I'm like, "Mom, you just got here." It was like, and she couldn't understand what I was saying. And the only song that was left was "Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap." It was an AC/DC song. Yes. I sang backup, I think, for that one. But I looked at her like, "Hey, Mom, you asked for it." So we laughed about that for many, many years. So let's see what else we need to talk about. Halloween, the home decorating contest. I love that too. In the town that Disney built, Celebration, Florida, people go all out because we do celebrate. And once upon a time, my family, with a bunch of our dear friends, put a pirate ship on our house at 506 Celebration Avenue when we lived there. We did it for about 5 years, had lots and lots of great help from a lot of wonderful people. And no longer doing that because we kind of outgrew that. We right-sized from that house. But I know there's a lot of great, cool people. I know there's some streets in East Village that look like, there's a movie, like remember Wally World type of thing, but Chevy Chase, that type of thing. They do a lot of theming there. But there is a contest, and it goes from now until October 13th, and they want you to nominate. Town Hall would like you to nominate best theme, scariest, most original, and harvest. And then those people will be getting a yard sign for bragging rights. That will be, I think, October 20th. They're going to be announced on the Friday Flash. So I'm looking forward to hopefully next week when I have an opportunity to drive around. It's one of my favorite things to see. Suzanne and Kevin, there's some really wonderful people at the intersection of Waterside and Celebration Avenue that have such big hearts. They're wonderful. The O'Donnells, they actually do something pretty much every month on their house. And so I want to applaud them. I would nominate them for sure. And so we definitely have a lot to celebrate here in our town. Now, the last thing that we do is we like to, because I believe one of your biggest investments will be your homes, right? And so it's very good for Celebration residents to know what the market is doing this week. And also for those of you, I know a lot of you are watching. I've actually had some people from Miami saying they're starting to watch too, because this high-speed train, the Bright Line, is making it easier to get up here. And some people are talking about wanting to have property here so that they can have a place to hang up their clothes when they're going to the theme parks. I love that. And I'm hoping somebody that's going to win this Powerball is going to be from this area too, and will want to work with us on finding some properties for them as well. Hopefully, hey, maybe we'll win. I would like that too. Okay, so let us present the 7 days. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. So you can see what I'm seeing. So you know we're legit in the town of Celebration. There have been 13 properties that have been impacted in the last 7 days. 13. And you know the inventory is very low. I want to say it's in the low 70s right now. Back in the day, normal inventory was about 400 or so, because, you know, I've been a realtor here since the beginning. And so to tell you there's only about the low 70s of properties for sale, that's not much. But what I also wanted to show you, which is really, really important, you'll see I've only got 4 actives. Of the 13, only 4 new properties came on the market, okay? And then 3 to contracts. But then look what you're seeing right here, guys. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 went off the market, sold. 4 came on. So that's telling me there's more going off of the market being sold than coming in. So it's still a seller's market in this wonderful town. The most expensive property that sold was in North Village for $1,385,000. All right, so if it's good with you, I'm going to get back with my family, and please make sure you subscribe and like to the Near Disney YouTube channel. My Realtor Dream Team is here, and they're doing wonderful work. I wanted to thank them in particular, as they've really been picking up some pieces for me yesterday and today, the next couple of days. And Wednesday night, they have a show that's called Central Florida Market Update, and you get to see their beautiful personalities, and they actually educate quite a bit. They tell you a lot of cool stuff that's going on in Central Florida. And then hopefully on Friday, we'll have something that we can share with you, and we will just keep plugging on and, you know, making our loved ones proud. So thank you again. Once again, can't thank you enough for all the beautiful messages in the text. And I will see you soon. Okay, take care. Have a blessed night. Bye-bye.